this whole fan base, and you know, there's all these comments on YouTube, etc. And we were like, oh, wait.
That was exactly my answer, right? It was probably last summer, I guess? Last spring, summer. Yeah, whenever that was. But yeah, it was Jason, who's the co-creator, producer, God, right? So science paycheck. And he came in talking about this counterculture movement called Bronies, and the message behind it. And at first, for me, I can speak for myself, and I think I said this in our interview, my initial reaction was, what? What? But the more I interacted with the fan base, and the more I heard about the fan base, and there's a lot being written about y'all now, I think it's great. I think it's great. Why not? I mean, man, I wish more people would celebrate what they love and put it out there than hide in the shadows and all try and be the same bland piece of beige.
The impact of Bronies first hit me when my bandmate Dave called me up and he was like, have you checked our YouTube site lately for Hey Ocean? And he's like, there's been like a bunch of comments about referring to My Little Ponies and like what the hell is going on? And I went to our YouTube channel quickly and kind of checked out some of the comments under the videos, being like, Applejack can sing, like, Dash is a man, or whatever. And yeah, it was like all these comments coming from Bronies or My Little Pony fans, and yeah, it was pretty crazy, like those worlds kind of meeting, and yeah, he was really confused as to what Bronies were, but
now they know.
Yeah, now they know.
They're fully aware, and you've had them show up at the concerts that you've had. I know that I've bought CDs. You should buy CDs.
Plug.
They're on Amazon, at least one CD. iTunes. iTunes, there you go. But so you've come into contact and meet space in the real world with them at shows and other events?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am?
Enough said.
All right. Okay.
Well, I've got a couple just quick specific questions, I guess. One thing is AFR did a interview with, well, actually we did one with Maddie Peters and then one with Michelle Krieber. And both of them, this is for you, Andrea, both of them told us that you were really good during recording at switching between Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie like instantly. And my question for you is that true? And secondly, if so, is that something you trained to do? Is that something you...
I paid them to say that.
They both said that you even did that, say, during singing or whatever, that you were able to just switch right away, and they said it was seamless somehow. So I was
That's so nice of them to say that. Fluttershy is really quiet and nice.
That's why I walk into the studio with a bottle of Advil.
Sorry.
I think that's what we call proof positive. Yeah, I got another.
Go for it.
And actually, this is for you, Ashley. They both also told us that, first of all, that they're huge Hey Ocean fans, if they haven't told you. They both made a big sing. My question is, when you sing for Hey Ocean, and when you sing for My Little Pony, do you do it differently? And if so, have you ever found when you're singing for Hey Ocean that a little bit of Applejack seeps in?
Maybe if we were to record like a hoedown song.
Pony
Yeah, I think I definitely try to sound differently from my normal singing voice when I sing for both characters. I mean, obviously a little bit of my own singing voice is going to sneak in there, but yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed it sneaking in on stage.
Well, I'm not accused of
Unless it was like you were doing like a Dolly Parton cover or something. But yeah, no, I try to keep it as separate as possible, and yeah, just do my best to stay true to the character and not let any pale shit sneak in there.
Well, I got a follow-up question for you as well, which is, where did you develop a Southern accent from? Did you watch something, or did you just? Because when we asked Michelle Krieger this, she just said, "Oh, I just did it."
Well, when they first asked me to audition, or when I first got the audition for both parts, yeah, I didn't really think I had a great Southern accent. It wasn't something I did very often, but I tried to make Applejack kind of a cross between like Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton. Yeah, I listen to lots of Dolly. She's got quite Southern accent. So yeah, it was just kind of listening. I think I'm very ear trained. Like I just hear something and I try and pick it up as well as I can. So yeah, it was just a lot of listening to Dolly interviews. What did she say? It costs a lot to look this cheap. That's what but yeah, I don't think I'm right on with it, but yeah, it's a really fun character to play for sure.
As a native Southern, you do a good job. You do a pretty good job on that. One thing I've noticed, and this was just in one of the behind-the-scenes videos that I caught, and you kind of alluded to it a little bit as well. It sounds like that opposed to in some environments where the voiceover action all happens, you go into your booth, you do your lines, you pop back out, that's your day. It sounds like that by the way that they have their setup, you guys are all in the room together, just interacting and being able to kind of gauge off of your reactions. How do you feel that? Do you feel that a lot of that like energy comes across on the show, and like does that make the entire process a lot better?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we feed off of each other so much in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, Tara's in LA. Unfortunately, she's not with us up in Vancouver. But for the most part, yeah, we're all in the room at the same time and feed off of each other and try hard not to laugh at each other. The double entendres that Tabitha always brings up in the script.
But yeah, it's a lot different than like, for example, doing Japanimation stuff, because you're in a room with headphones on, listening to beeps, and it's dark and scary, and you're alone. these series they're so much fun. There's so many. I think I look forward to it every week.
I look forward to Tabitha also brings in cookies every week. Tabitha plays Rarity for those who
Just the points where Rarity just decided, or Tabitha decides just to go ahead and just sink in that character and really just own her role. Oh, it's so good. She is so good at that.
And her Granny Smith is unbelievable.
Can you demonstrate?
Oh, I can't do Granny Smith. That's untouchable. She's.
If they want to go ahead and break down into voices later, we can do that. But that's dependent on all of what they want to do. Yeah, but I think first we'll do that before it all turns into Monkey Town. Just to be gentle on them.
Well, I was going to say, when you were talking about the difference in how the show is recorded, one thing I saw when I was looking at some of the production photos was that occasionally, especially for the singing, they'll record in kind of, relatively unusual places. I saw one where they were recording for at the gala. They were in a large room with a big brick wall. When we were talking to Maddie Peters on EFR, she said that she recorded her Cutie Mark Crusaders song in somebody's house. So I was just curious, when you're recording for My Little Pony, is it different in terms of the venue than the other projects that you've worked on? Like for all three of you?
No, we did some of the singing at Daniel Ingram's friend's studio, I think it was, at the beginning, but now we're doing everything at Studio B. So all of the singing and then the episodes are all recorded in the same space.
Do you do the singing and the voice work at separate sessions then? I mean, is there special time set aside then for the musical side of it?
Yeah, we usually do it before the session, just to wear us down. And then we have this song stuck in our head like forever. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up.
Careful with that. That's some ammunition you can use. You'll get this. I don't even want to give them the ammunition to start shooting it back. So they'll do it.
Well, when that song reminds me, I was going to ask, do any of you listen to any of, say, the Brony musicians' remixes of the songs? Have you heard what they've done with their voices? Because there are quite a few out there.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I have not listened to all of it. I've seen some of it. There's a lot. Like, the volume is mind-boggling and humbling. And yeah, it's pretty great. It's great. But, I mean, yeah, I may Google from time to time, late at night.
You gotta be careful with that.
I think I recently heard a song that someone created. It's like a techno remix, and it's just taking. Sorry?
Sunshine and Celery Stalks.
Sunshine and. I don't.
Let her describe it first.
It's literally just like a line that Rainbow Dash says, and it's like I don't even know what the line is. It's like one phrase, like. I think I'm just yelling something. I don't even know what, but it just like takes that one line and just like makes this crazy techno thing out of it. So that was pretty cool.
I haven't heard much of the music, but I've seen quite a bit of art, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys at least browse around a little bit. Not to the extent that you're probably hitting websites every day. It's just an occasional, just like I wonder what's on YouTube this week, or this month, this quarter, Make Equestria quarterly for you. All right, Seth. She said it's great. Make Equestria quarterly.
It's like things you should know.
Yeah, there he is. There's men. All right, that's your magazine you gotta make.
And that actually brings me to one more question for you guys. Is there something in the fandom you would like to see, either art-wise or music-wise? Because I've asked this of other voice actors before, and I warn them when I say this, that anything you say will probably get done by tonight.
Is that a challenge?
Challenge accepted!
You wield great power.
Challenge accepted.
Can you guys think of anything that you haven't seen?
You can make us do
I know,
it.
that was an easy question to ask, I apologize.
Okay, well, I think this is out there. I think you've had Rarity design clothes for all the songs, right? Has somebody done that? I've seen that.
Yep.
Right?
There have been.
That's a whole
No, there have been like stuffed animals done with the gala dresses and everything like that. So that has been done, both in like physical form and stuffed animal form. What was the obscene price that the one for the one sold on eBay? Like $2,000, $24.75 for a stuffed animal of Fluttershy in the gala dress.